sanay sa ganyan. Dati bawat eleksyon, ihuhulog mo sa bakal na box. Ay ngayon, ang ballot box nila. Nakita naman ninyo, yung inalsa-alsal ko, cardboard lang yun.
Ma'am, sorry, we didn't catch the first part. What was your experience like? Was it easy po, or?
Oh, it was very easy. They were very helpful. But the thing is, the ballot box, where you put your ballot, is only made of cardboard.
The receptacle, ma'am. You mean the
Right,
receptacle?
that's right.
And the problem with this is?
Well, it's very easily defaced or mutilated or damaged or substituted for completely.
Will you bring this up formally with the Comelec, ma'am?
No?
But just a reminder siguro to people.
Right. Right. Pag-ingatan ng balota dahil ang paglalagyan pala ng balota ngayon ay cardboard lang. Sige.
So,
thank you.
Ma'am, were you able to fill up all the slots, like the senatorial slots?
For the senatorials, no, it was incomplete.
How many pa just those with you? Or
I think about 8 or 9.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
The interesting thing, if you want to explain the surge of Rodrigo Duterte, it's about peaking at the right moment. So early on, what you saw was these candidates were destroying each other. Corruption allegations against Binay, citizenship issues against Poe, accusations of incompetence against Mar Rojas. And nobody was saying anything about Duterte. So while they destroyed each other, he was there to kind of vacuum up all of the votes that got siphoned away by this very nasty process that was occurring early on in the election.
Well, also because he came in later on in the game.
Yeah, so it's a kind of sleeper move. I think something very similar also happened with Leni Robredo, the surge that she.
From Dumaguete. I'm here based in Negros Oriental High School, where the biggest barangay in Dumaguete will cast their vote today. And this is vote-rich barangay. It's called Barangay Tacloban, with expected about 6,600 voters, with about 10 clustered precincts and about 42 precincts all in all. But as early as Sunday morning, Claire, voters from this barangay starting to check their names at the Comelec list provided at the gates of the school. And of course, according to the school principals, he can see the voters are very much excited to cast their votes today. And aside from that, I'm here at the Negros Oriental Provincial High School. Everything is set, and of course, some even came here as early as 5:30 to cast their votes, although the polling place will open at 6. But again, we can see the excitement from these people, especially here. We have what we call a called express lane for the senior citizens, and they're very much excited. I asked them how are they, and they're very positive about it, and still wants to know more change for our country. And also, Claire, here on the side, the police and the PPCRB are and the volunteers are also providing assistance with everyone inside the polling areas. And that's it for Dumaguete, Miss Claire.
All right, thank you. That was Roy Bustillo reporting.
Yes, all is well here in Camiguin. As the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration predicts, it is bright and sunny here at Mambahaw Central School, the voting center with the most number of registered voters in the province of Camiguin, with 6,066 registered voters out of the total 57,570 registered voters in the province. The fine weather has set the mood as voters cast their choices for Halalan 2016. The official voting procedure began at exactly 6 a.m. And according to the citizens who have already voted, this year's election is an improvement from the last poll. In the statement by the PNP, SPO2 Jeffrey B. Bores, one of the PNP officers on watch here, said that as early as 4 in the morning, various officials from the Commission on Elections and the Treasurer's Office came to the vicinity, bringing with them the sealed ballots, VCMs, as well as other necessary materials currently in use for the ongoing voting process. The PNP also said that so far there has not been any problems with the voting centers with regards to security, health, and the actual voting procedures. This report clearly proves the statement of Attorney Aleli Dayo Ramirez, acting official provincial supervisor of COMELEC Camiguin, saying that the COMELEC is well prepared for Election Day. That's all for here.
We're here in front of the Basilica Minore of Our Lady of Peña Francia, where Congresswoman Leni Robredo will offer prayers. She will be joined by her 3 children, Aika, Jillian, and Trisha. They will be here at 8 in the morning. There is an ongoing mass right now. After here, they will proceed to Eternal Gardens, where Robredo will visit the grave of her late husband, Secretary Jesse Robredo. We know that the death of Secretary Jesse Robredo has been a pivotal moment in the life of Congresswoman Leni Robredo that pushed her to enter politics to continue the legacy of her husband. From the Eternal Garden, she will then proceed to the Missionaries of the Poor, which is also part of her schedule. We're not yet sure if that will push through because she was supposed to go there yesterday, but she had a packed schedule yesterday that included also a visit to the monastery of the Carmelite monastery there. And last night, she also offered prayers at the Hinulid Chapel. It's a 30-minute ride away from Naga City. Robredo says it's a miraculous chapel. That's also where Secretary Jesse Robredo prayed for her to pass the bar exams. So from the Missionaries of the Poor, she will then go straight to Tabuco Central School, where she is expected to arrive and cast her vote at around 10 in the morning. Claire?
Yes, Anjo, are you seeing some of the supporters of the Robredo family arriving right now at the polling precinct?
Yes, Claire. When we check the polling precinct there at the Tabuco Central School, there are already supporters of Congresswoman Leni Robredo. They're actually they told me that they will vote first, and then they will go straight to the polling centers, to the respective polling precincts to support their candidate. Congresswoman Leni Robredo. And then after that, Claire, Congresswoman Leni Robredo will proceed to the Avenue Hotel where she will monitor the results of the elections. Claire?
Anjo, what is the mood there right now?
Well, Claire, it's very organized. The precinct that we checked earlier when we did our live report earlier at around 5:30 to 6 a.m. It's still very organized. You have people lining up. The poll watchers are just there watching, really representing their respective candidates. But as far as the elections are concerned in that particular precinct in Tabuco Central School, everything is organized. Everything is still peaceful. Claire?
All right, thank you. Anjo Alimorio reporting live.
Visited a nearby polling precinct here at Makati Coliseum. We went to General Pio del Pilar Elementary School main campus, and there we meet some senior citizens and persons with disability at the accessible polling place of the COMELEC. So we met there a longtime voter named Lorna Torre, and she's actually shocked when told that she went to the wrong polling precinct. So early this morning, at the very onset of the voting day, the COMELEC was already faced with a lot of problems here at General Pio del Pilar Elementary School. And well, Lorna is saying that, well, in the past few months, she was persistently following up COMELEC about her new polling precinct. Lorna is actually new in the area, and she just moved her residence last year. And well, when she went here at the polling precinct, she was told that she went to the wrong polling precinct. And right now, well, her case is not actually like the first one. There are a lot of other senior citizens waiting on the line faced with the same problem. And we talked to PPCRV representative Dr. Arwin Serrano, and he was explaining that, well, these are regular problems and this is expected all throughout the day. But you see, like, this is APP or well, a courtesy lane actually for PWDs and senior citizens and also for pregnant women. And Lorna Torre was complaining that, well, the room was poorly ventilated and she's waiting there for 30 minutes already, and it's uncomfortable for a lot of voters here. And well, Dr. Arwin Serrano also mentioned that the APP is not actually fully implemented all over the Philippines. And well, we should note that according to the latest statistics of COMELEC, there are around 300,000 registered PWD voters all over the Philippines. So far, those are the latest here.
More voters are arriving in Rufina Andrada School. Gates opened around 2 hours ago. Now, so far, everything's going smoothly here. Machines are working fine. People are in high spirits, and the weather is fine as well. Now, we're starting to see lines form outside polling precincts, including where Liberal Party standard bearer Mar Rojas will vote later today. Now, there are 170 voters expected to vote in his polling precinct. Not that big of a number compared to the other precincts here. Now, we have with us school principal Edgar Alovera. He is overseeing everything that's happening here in this particular school today. Sir, good morning po, sir. May advice po ba sa inyo kung anong oras po dadating si Secretary Rojas dito mamaya?
Actually, wala tayong specific advice galing from them. Based na lang sa previous natin na experience na yung arrival ni Senator Mar is in between 9 to 10 in the morning. But wala tayong specific information galing sa kanila.
Sir, paano pong mangyayari kapag po dumating si Rojas dito at meron pong mahabang pila? Paano po yun? Pipila po ba siya or papaunahin natin?
Actually, based sa previous natin na experience, si Senator Mar ay pumipila siya, but our people here are very accommodating. So binibigyan siya ng lugar na kung saan pwede siyang umuna. Parang ganon.
So kung sakasakali pong kailangan niyang magmadali dahil tight ang kanyang schedule, wala pong problema doon?
Actually, wala namang problema. Our door is open for Senator Mar, and pwede naman siyang makauna. Actually, sumusunod siya sa pila, wala namang problema. At kung kailangan mauna siya, we can give him priority in terms to that matter.
Yung sa security na lang, sir, kamusta naman po? Maayos naman po ba?
Actually, yung mga pulis natin nakadeploy sa labas, andito na sila 50 meters. And besides yung personal security ni Senator Mar, sinisecure muna nila yung place before Senator Mar will come in.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Now, Claire, we are still waiting for confirmation also from Mars people on exactly what time he's coming here to the school to cast his vote. Now, he's flying in from Manila just to cast his vote. Then after that, he is also expected to go back to Manila to monitor the results at the Liberal Party headquarters in Quezon City. Back to you.
And that was AC Nichols reporting live from Capiz. Again, she just mentioned that we don't have information yet on when Mar Rojas.
Claire, it's a busy morning in this side of Makati City. As of now, Vice President Jejo Marbina is inside his house here at Kaong Street, San Antonio Village in Makati City. He has already voted early this morning. His house is just a few meters away from San Antonio National High School, where his precinct is located. So he left his house just a few minutes before 6 o'clock. He got in the school, he walked just a few minutes, and then it just took him about 10 minutes to finish voting. He was with his third child, dismissed Makati Mayor Junjun Binay, when he cast his vote. We saw him holding a sample ballot while he was voting and referring from it from time to time. We asked him who he voted for after he cast his vote, and he said that of course he voted for his party mates. He did say though that he voted for all 6 organic candidates or senatorial candidates of the United Nationalist Alliance, but he refused to say if he voted for all 6 guest candidates of his party. Now, after voting, Binay looked for an election supervisor and election officer on his way out of San Antonio National High School. He complained about 3 poll watchers who are wearing green. He said that green is the campaign uniform or campaign color of another candidate here in Makati Mayor Kid Peña. He said, or he complained to the election officer, that this shouldn't be allowed because this can be considered campaigning, and merely seeing people wearing green may be enough to scare people into voting for a particular candidate. And then this election supervisor said that she would take note of this complaint and that she would act on it immediately. Now, after voting, Binay went back to his house and had breakfast. Now, while having breakfast, he also received some reports of a possible disenfranchisement of voters. He received reports that some voters in Makati couldn't find their names in the list of in the list in their precincts. Now, Binay said that he is actually expecting a massive disenfranchisement of voters, especially in the bailiwicks of some candidates. In his case, here in Makati, he said that this is one of the ways they are expecting some camps to be doing the cheating this election day. Overall, Claire, Binay is in a good mood. He said that he was able to rest well, and after our interview, he said that he is confident that in a clean and honest elections, he
Season, how can we move forward from this?
I mean, personally, I'm very excited to see the Duterte supporters because we've seen a lot of very active Duterte supporters. I'm very excited to see them, if Duterte wins, take part in whatever program the hypothetical President Duterte will do. So, for example, federalism requires a constitutional change. So I expect a lot of citizens, whether critics or supporters, to actively take part in that process. I hope that process will be participatory, and whatever energy the citizens had during these elections can be translated to nation building right after this. So I think that's a good way of moving forward.
Some of it has been very violent. So just going back to the Duterte supporters, they've been very mean on social media. But that energy, a lot of them can be very mean on social media, but a lot of that energy can be transferred to something very productive, like say, the cause of peace in Mindanao. So a lot of Duterte voters initially just voted for Duterte because they were frustrated with things in Manila, that ABC Manila vote that we see, like they didn't like the traffic. But then they watched Duterte, and Duterte is a lot more than that. He talks about peace in Mindanao. And my hope is that for these voters will be able to expand the ambit of their support for their candidate and think about these broader issues. Think about the South, because nobody talks about Mindanao in national elections. And for those people who don't support Rodrigo Duterte, but at the very least, if he becomes president, think about Mindanao the way others have been.
Balay lang mi, kaya nga mo ang mga kauban sa balay, magboto pod sila. So kami nauna and then sila na pod sulod.
Ma'am, how are you mobilizing the kaning force sa Duterte, ma'am?
Well, sila Mayor Rudy ang ilahang grupo na anatanan. Ready na tanan and ongoing na
Will you
karon
also be receiving reports from Luzon, Visayas, and from areas in Mindanao?
Sa ako wala, mag-monitor lang ko sa imuha, sa imuha lang nako kuwaon ng mga update nako ha. Ay kalimot ko ha. I-greet ko ha.
On air ta mo.
Oh, lagi.
Ma'am, kano sa mahibalaan, ma'am, ang proclamation nga Presidente na gid si Mayor Duterte? Kano sa mahibalaan namo, ma'am? Kaya ako, bumalik ko sa Japan, ma'am, sa May 12. Gusto ko usa ko maabot og balik og Japan, ma'am. Mahibalaan ako akong Presidente na kadaog Mayor Duterte. Kay magpahikay mi sa San Antonio, ma'am. Maghikay mi. Pagpalitson ko. Magpahikay ko nga.
Imbitahan taon mi, ma'am. May binibigto, ma'am. Lara Duterte, ma'am.
Hindi magpahikay ko, ma'am. Pasalamat ko sa Ginoo nga makadaog si Mayor. So, sa ang selebrasyon sa pagka-presidente ni Mayor Duterte, ma'am, sa May 11, kay May 12 kumuli og Japan.
Okay, sige, ma'am.
Okay, what you're seeing right now, the lady in red, that's Sara Duterte. That's the daughter of Presidential Rodrigo Duterte. And early on, if you were watching this clip, this lady was thanking Sarah and expressing her support, and early she was also talking about members of her household are joining together as they go out and vote. And a reporter also asked Sarah early on if she has been monitoring the other areas and other polling precincts in the region, and she said that she has not, and that she will just get her report through the media. So that is Sara Duterte, and she is currently being interviewed, as you can see on your screen, and that is in Davao City, the hometown of.
Naging on time ang pagbubukas ng mga polling precincts dito sa lungsod ng Lucena. Eksakto alas 6 ng umaga, dagsana agad ang mga butante sa presinto. Katuwiran ng mga early voters, ayaw nilang abutin ng mainit na sikat ng araw mamayang tanghali. Ayon kay Lucena City Election Officer Attorney May Barbacena, wala siyang nakikita magiging problema dahil sapat ang kanilang preparasyon. Wala ring reports ng mga vote counting machines o BCM na nag-malfunction at mahigpit ang naging pagbabantay ng Pulis Lucena sa mga ito. Pinabulaan na naman samantala kahapon ang report na hindi pinapapasok ang mga unang poll watchers dito sa lungsod ng Lucena ayon sa PNP Lucena kay Police Superintendent Joel de Mesa. Security lang ang kanilang ipinoprovide at COMELEC ang may jurisdiction kung makakapasok o hindi ang mga poll watchers. Sa mga na-interview natin, sa mga maagang bumoto, ayon sa kanila, nahirapan silang mag-decide kung sino ang iboboto nila sa national candidates, lalo na sa pagka-presidente. Pero ang kanilang desisyon para sa mga local candidates ay ilang buwan na silang, ilang araw na nilang alam kung sino ang iboboto, pero nahirapan sila mag-desisyon, pumili ng kanilang iboboto sa presidente at vice president. Peaceful ang situation sa kabuuan at wala namang mainit na labanan sa lungsod ng Lucena at wala rin history ng karahasan ang mga magkapuntang muli dito sa lungsod ng Lucena. Inaasahan natin na dadagsa pa rin ang mga tante dito sa mga polling precincts, lalo na yung ating mga kabataan na katwiran nila, hindi sila makikipagsiksikan sa pila at mamayang hapon na lamang sila boboto at uunahin nilang pabotohin yung mga
Frontrunner Rodrigo Duterte and Davao City Mayoral candidate Sara Duterte is here and she just finished voting. Ma'am, kumusta po yung naging pagboto natin?
Okay naman, walang naging problema and then mabilis siya.
Ma'am, tapos na po yung campaign season. Any message to the public and what are your plans, ma'am?
Sa akin, I still have a month and a half to rest before I assume as mayor of Davao City. So magpahinga muna ako. And magpasalamat ako sa lahat ng mga supporters at volunteers sa inyong tapang at malasakit from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. And masaya ako na ginawa natin ito para sa bayan.
Ma'am, the police said that there are reports of possible harassment or coercion to voters na wag daw po bumoto. Any message, ma'am, to the public on how they should go about it?
Well, if it happens inside the precinct, they should ask the BEI to include it in their minutes. And then if it happens outside the precinct, they should report it to the police station, have it included in their blotter.
Ma'am, any plans after this? At saka paano niyo po i-monitor yung mga pangyayari sa election?
After this, uuwi kami kasi lahat ng mga kasama namin sa bahay boboto sila. So nauna muna kami and then babalik kami para sila naman yung umalis. And then mag-monitoring kami through the media lang, through the TV sa bahay.
Ma'am, finally your message to your father who's running for president.
Yes, good luck to you. We love you and we are behind you all the way. Win or lose, we are happy that you did this for us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And that is Miss Attorney Sara Duterte, the daughter of frontrunner Rodrigo Duterte. As we said earlier, she just finished voting. Everything went smoothly. And right now, a lot of people are gathering around her, taking pictures of her. And we will be back to monitor more updates here at the Daniel Aguinaldo Elementary School.
Hi, Amelin. Liberal Party candidate Bermor Rojas is now inside the classroom where he will be voting today. So he's basically signing papers right now and about to get his ballot. Prior to entering, he was warmly greeted by some of his supporters here at the Rufina Andrada Santos School. Now, Rojas seems to be in high spirits and happy to be back in his hometown, Amelin. Like I said, he took the time to greet his kababayans as he entered the school about 2 minutes ago. Now, of course, this is we're in Rojas City. It's in the province of Capiz, and this is considered Rojas' bailiwick. It would be recalled that in 2010, Rojas beat rival Jejo Marbinay here by about 116,000 votes when he was running for vice president back then. Now, Rojas is accompanied by his wife, Corina Sanchez. Before coming here, they actually dropped by a palengke or a market, and that's where he ate his breakfast prior to coming here at the Rufina Andrada School. So he's just waiting. There are a lot of people surrounding us right now. It's quite difficult to get near the administration presidential bet. But so far, no untoward incidents. Everything's going smoothly. Some people are now some supporters are getting his autograph, having some pictures taken. But he's trying to accommodate everyone who's wanting to greet him right now, Amelin. So we're expecting him to vote anytime soon after this, he is expected to either drop by a church or go straight to his family home where some relatives and friends are gathering there in support of the presidential aspirant. Amelin.
Thank you so much, AC Nichols, giving us a live report from, or giving through phone from Capiz in Rojas City, where Presidential Mar Rojas is.
Well, Ameline, the situation here at the COMELEC Pilipinas headquarters is still quiet. We no signs yet of any of the members of the COMELEC and Bank Committee, no signs yet even of Chairman Andres Bautista. We do know that they're all out voting at their respective precincts. But I'll tell you who is really busy right now. It's the staff at the COMELEC Voter Care Center. They have been working tirelessly day and night for the past 48 hours, handling all of the social media accounts of COMELEC, handling a hotline, trying to address as many queries as possible that are coming in from the voters. Also, let me tell you that at this hour, the COMELEC website is experiencing problems. The homepage may not be loading for many out there. COMELEC says this is because there's just a great number of people visiting the site all at the same time. Also, technicians are trying to address this problem as soon as possible. We know right now most of the callers and inquiries that are coming in from voters are regarding their precinct number or polling location. And this information, if you can't access this from the website, let me give a bit of advice for our viewers. You can also you can check some of the social media accounts, Facebook and Twitter, and you'll see that there are hotline numbers that you can call. You can also private message any of these accounts. Make sure that you include your significant information like your name, middle name and surname. If you do not carry a middle name, please specify this immediately. Also include your date of birth. This is to avoid a lengthy exchange of messages with the operators, and to of course get your information as soon as possible. Another way to obtain your precinct number, as I mentioned earlier, is to directly call the hotline. You can find the phone numbers pinned on the Facebook page, the official Facebook page of COMELEC, which you will notice has a blue tick at the top, and on the Twitter page of COMELEC. Or you can also contact some of the Globe or Smart numbers. For Globe, the number is 0995-2417-150. Let me repeat that. That is 0995-2417-150. Well, for Smart, you can call the number 0918-566-8301. That is 0918-566-8301. Ameline, that is all from...
Bawal yan. Pero dito muna tayo, nahidlaw na gid ako, parang namimiss ko yung ating mga kababayan. Kaya yung matamis na hangin dito sa Capiz, namiss ko. So dito muna kami siguro sa may babayan. Tapos sasamahan ko rin si Corina sa kanyang pagboto.
This early, may natanggap na ba kayong mga reklamo?
Wala pa naman. Wala pa naman. Yung mga natatanggap nating mga text at impormasyon ay mga nakapagboto na, yung mga nagte-text or maraming tao doon sa kanilang pinagbobotohan. So, yun lang naman po.
Violation ng election, wala po ganun.
Ang violation ng election law, kayo rito, hindi kayo botante rito na sa loob ng voting precinct.
Sir, overall, are you confident po sa automated election system?
Ano?
Overall po, confident po.
Oo naman. So, nakikita natin na masigla ang ating demokrasya. Tuwan-tuwa ang ating mga kababayan. Dumating na rin itong araw na ito. At sa totoo lang, isang araw lang ito. No? The hard work begins matapos itong araw na ito. Yung pagsusulong ng ating kaunlaran, ng pagsusulong ng magandang bukas para sa ating mga kababayan. Itong araw na ito, dito nagdi-distill. Dito talaga nakikita yung mga pangarap ng 100 milyong Pilipino. At sa araw na ito, pinapakita nila yung paraan na nais nilang mangyari para maganap, no? Para makamit itong mga pangarap, itong mga magandang bukas na talagang inaambisyon nila para sa kanila sa
How big is the Ilonggo vote? I mean, the support of the Ilonggo vote, how big the factor is in the winning the presidency?
Well, of course, malaking bagay yan at natutuwa naman ako na buong-buo ang Ilonggo at Visayan. Maraming salamat. Magandang
message mo sa mga Ilonggo.
sa ating mga kasimanwa, nagapasalamat ako sa liwat sa inyong atanan. Kabay pa nga ining adlaw nga ini mangin malipayon kag maayo sa inyo tanan. Madamo gid nga
have moved here at the Santa Lucia Elementary School, where we are waiting for presidential candidate Grace Poe to cast her vote this morning. Now, unlike in Xavier School, where we saw earlier today the mother of Senator Poe, Susan Roses, her husband, the husband of Senator Poe, Neil Yamanzares, and their son, Brian Poe, cast their vote. The situation here at the Santa Lucia, it's much more crowded. Hallways are cramped and narrow, and people are now lining up outside the classrooms in this school building, waiting for their turn to be able to cast their vote. Now, Senator Grace Poe will have to make her way towards the second floor of this school building behind me. It is the classroom designated as Cluster 87. It is precinct number 0349, where she's number 61 of 109 voters. She is expected to line up along with many other voters who have been here as early as 6, 7 in the morning. The situation here, as I've mentioned, is very crowded. Voters, including Senator Poe, whom we are expecting at around between 9 and 10 this morning, will have to endure the sweltering heat inside this school building while waiting for their turn. Now, some voters are also complaining in that particular precinct where Senator Poe will be voting. They are complaining over the presence of so much media that are waiting for Senator Poe to cast their vote. So that's the latest we have.
There he's still shaking hands with probably that's one of the voters as well. So we will be showing you more live pictures taken from different polling precincts, and we are going to be monitoring as well the other candidates as they cast their votes in the elections of 2016. Now you're still watching CNN Philippines, the Filipino Votes Election 2016. I'm Amelin Veloso, and we will be continuing our coverage of our country's general elections. We'll be back.